my video. Like I said, like I always say, if you're a new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. Hi, how are you? And if you are a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. Hi, I'm back with another one, as always. So I just filmed a video in this outfit, and you will see that very, very soon. So if you see that video and you say, dang, I could have sworn she just wore that outfit, I did. And you probably see these t-shirts and stuff like this a lot, so get ready. I bought 2 more like a couple days ago, and I will be wearing it, so anyway. So I think today's video is going to be a story time, because this does have a part 1 to it, and I had did the part 2, and I did some things on there that I probably shouldn't have, so I just scrapped it as out of respect for my friend, because like he does have a profession now, so I don't want to be out here doing all that stupid stuff on this channel, and he trying to be professional and stuff like that, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want those type of things out, so I'm just gonna do that as a respect to him and as it pertains to him. And let's just get into the video. So like I said, there is a part to this story time. This is how I met my best friend. So if you watched the first one already, which will be released right after I edit and upload this video, then you know how I met my girl best friend. And I do have like a lot of friends. Like I have my best friend from GD school, I have my best friends from high school, I got some friends that I knew before then, before I went to those schools. I got some from elementary that I'm still cool with. I have a lot of friends. I wouldn't say that I try to keep my circle small as far as friends go. Like people that I still keep in contact with, like I consider them to be like close friends. So I do have like a good bit of friends, and the people that I do keep in contact with, I do consider them to be very, very close, and they all play a big part in my life. Some of them I know since high school, some of them I know since GD school, some of them I just met recently, and some of them I know since I was a little girl. So it just depends. And like I said, and these two are like my brothers and sisters. They've been with me through everything, the ups and the downs. They just been down. So I want to make it known on my channel how important they are to me. So that's why I'm going to do this video. So this is about my friend who is the teacher now, and I'm so very, very, very proud of him. So let's get into the story time. Alright, so me and my guy best friend, I'm not gonna call him by his name. I'm just gonna give him like a code name. So I like the name. I like that movie, the code name Cleaner. So I'm gonna call him Cleaner. So that's his name on this video, because I like that movie, code name Cleaners. So I'm gonna call him Cleaner. Alright, so me and Cleaner met when I was in. He was in 9th grade coming in, and I was I'm gonna go ahead and say a 10th grader, because I wasn't, but a 10th grader already there in my 2nd year. And I had been there for a year already, so I was just basically coming back, a more mature version of my 9th grade self, basically, since I had already experienced what he was about to experience. So like I said, I met him my 9th grade year, and we had our science with biology class together. And I did have to repeat biology class because I failed it the year before, so just ain't no misunderstandings about that. I failed a lot of class, but I failed this class. I had to retake it in order to get credit to graduate, which I never did graduate from high school. I eventually went to GT, but you already know that. Anyway, so let's get into this. I met him in biology class. So everybody knows that like when you're in high school, the first 9 weeks you have classes, and the second 9 weeks, I don't know if this for everybody, I just know this for my school, The second 9 weeks, your classes might switch. So like maybe where you have biology, seventh period, you might have it sixth period, or maybe where you have social studies, maybe where you have world history, first period, you might have it fifth period. It could always switch up your class. I do know that your elective classes, they do change. So maybe if you had a cooking class once, you might have an art class the next time. It just depends on what you plan to go into after high school. My school do put you in the path for your set career goal. And my set career goal at that point was early childhood education. I was considering a life in children education at one point. I am not no longer, but I do have a strong love for kids. I do love kids, being that I would like to have some one day. Maybe soon, maybe not. It just depends on God's timing, and I am waiting on His timing and nobody else's. But I was considering that when I was in high school, and among other things, were on my list of things I was interested in doing. But at this point, I was really strongly considering this. So, like I said, they put you on a path to the career that you would one day end up in. Most people, they succeed in this, and most people don't. I think it was just their way of preparing you for the real world, preparing you for college and all that. So they start you early on some things, just depending. So biology was one of my classes I had to retake, along with some others I'm not going to get into. That's for another story time. Anyway, so we met in, I think at this time we had it sixth period. So I had biology sixth period, so did he, and we had the class together. And y'all, the moment I walked in the classroom, like he instantly gravitated towards me. Like he instantly just started talking to me. He wanted to be my friend, and I couldn't stand this dude at first. Like for real, I could not stand him. Like I couldn't really stand the class at first, just because like. I told you that I got bullied in high school, so this class really didn't make it easier because as usual, and that wasn't really my fault, but that's just how things were, and or whatever, and I don't know. Kids weren't really the nicest, especially as far as I was concerned. They were not nice, and these girls were not nice. And I can remember these girls. I can name them, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not that petty. And this is a drama-free channel, and I'm going to keep it that way. So I'm going to be respectful of these girls. I did not like these girls, and it was evident. And because he was friends with them, I kind of scratched him off too, because I didn't like him either. And when you first meet my friend, his personality is unique. He got a very, very unique personality, and I can only describe it as unique because it is unique. He's not everybody's cup of tea. And that's just point blank period. Like he's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's gonna like him right off the bat. And it takes some time to get used to. I know my other best friend, she'll tell you she didn't like him either, and they had a class together too. And just like me, he basically forced us to be his friends. Not knowing that we were already friends, me and the girl was, but we just wasn't his friend. So, we didn't like each other at first. And he liked me, I didn't like him. He wanted to be my friend. He thought we was friends. I knew for a fact that was not my friend. So, the 9 weeks went by. And our classes ended up switching. Now, sometimes they'll do that just depending on how your grades are. It's like, maybe you fail in that class, or maybe you have a lot of problems in that class. They'll switch the classes just to see how you'll do in the next class. Now, I wasn't having any problems in the class, except for I was failing the class. But that had nothing to do with the class. That's just because at that point, me and my mom had already discussed me leaving school, and I was just determined to get out of there. And the deal was for me to stay one more year, and just see it through And if I didn't like it, I could leave. And I already had my mind set. I was ready to go. I was just waiting on her to give me permission to leave. So I stayed out of respect for my mom, and I continued that year, even though I was more than ready to go. So I ended up switching our classes or whatever, and we got our sixth period got pushed to our seventh period, and our seventh period got pushed to our sixth period. So we ended up in like this different. We ended up being separated from the class we was in to a new class with a new group of people, and that was fine. You know, I didn't care. Now the group of people in it, we did not care for, and particularly two girls. No, it was two girls three girls we did not care for in that classroom. And I think our distaste for them made us grow closer together, because after being in there like a couple weeks, our main goal was not to dislike each other, but to really dislike them. So we became focused on something. I know that happens with children a lot. You know, most times they might like each other in the beginning, but they'll hate somebody so much that not liking each other is not as important as hating those people they don't like. So, you know, that kind of pushed us, and pushed us together, and we became friends quicker. And so like I said, we got switched to this class, and the moment we stepped in class, we did not like these three girls. And the moment he stepped in the class, it was his mission to make these three girls' lives hell as long as they was in the classroom. And that's exactly what he did. The stuff he would do to these girls, I'm not going to say what he did, but let's just say it involved some name calling that shouldn't have taken place. I know he had another friend, and him and his friend would walk down the hall shouting, calling them out their name, walking down the hall. And it was so funny at the time. It's a little immature now, but it was so funny at the time, because we just really didn't like them, and it was just so funny. And them girls, I know they tried to put on the brave face like they women, but I know they was getting really irritated with him calling it. And that came to a head, y'all. They had some words with this boy about him calling them out their name like that. And he swear me down to this day that I was gonna let him get jumped by them three. But I wasn't the one calling on their name like that. You was, so you know. But I wasn't gonna let him get jumped by them. I was not gonna let that happen. So, but he shouldn't have been doing that. I think he knows that now. He don't change now. He don't. I feel like now he don't calm down. Like, he was a lot more energetic then. That was just because he was young then. So, you know, everybody's different when they're young and in high school. It's when they leave high school that determines the type of people they are. He's like a really good person. He's a teacher. He works with kids. So you would have to be a very patient and tolerant person to do something like that. So, you know, he's really different now. He's not the same. That's why he's one of my best friends. I'm so proud of him for, you know, doing what he's doing. That's a very commendable job. And I absolutely have the utmost respect for anybody that does that, because I could not do it. I couldn't. It wouldn't go well. It just wouldn't. The miles on kids today, like, I wouldn't make it in a classroom. I love kids, but their mouth. And I remember how mine was. So I know some of them got worse mouths than I do. So I'm good what I'm doing. I do plan to have some, but not, you know, today. So anyway, so they got into it, whatever. He swore me that I was gonna let them jump, and I wasn't. Now I would say this, he was like one of the people that was against me leaving high school when I decided to. He felt like that, you know, if I didn't stay, I would never get it. So I should just stay and stick it out and try to get it that way. But I think like what he had to come to realize was that, you know, that was just something I had to do for me. That was things that take place before, you know, he came in the picture that already had made me make up my mind about this. Things that had happened long ago that made me make up my mind about this. I had already taken this on without even realizing it the moment it was ever brought up to me. I think this goes back to the guidance counselor that brought it up to me. You know, I had already made up my mind about this. So I wasn't really that indifferent to it. But my friends where he wasn't the only friend that was like that. My other friend, she kind of felt the same way. A lot of my friends felt like I should have stayed. Some of them even tried to talk me out of it, and I probably could have stayed and got out. But yeah, I was older than most of my classmates, and I was knocking at 20, and they were gonna kick me out sooner or later. So I just need to go ahead and take that L and find another way to get what I needed, which would give me more time, and I could probably get the one-on-one attention that I really needed. And I found that in GD classes, I didn't get the one-on-one attention that I needed, but the teachers were more considerate and more patient, than a regular high school teacher. Because a regular high school teacher deal with anywhere from 200 to 100 to like 300 students a day. So they really couldn't take the time out to show me special attention just because I couldn't deal with a couple of kids. I mean, a few kids, more than a few kids, but kids saying things to me. And I understand it and I respect that, and I can't really hold it against them. And when I see my teachers now, I still show the same respect and kindness I would show them in their classroom. So, it's all good on my end. I did eventually graduate and get my diploma, and I'm all good, and everything is all good, over here. But yeah, that is the story about how I met my best friend. I think he was very proud. I know when I was about to finish my last test, and it was coming up on my last test, and I was getting ready to take it, and I was gonna graduate in October, and he was gonna graduate in December. My birthday, to be exact, December the 14th. Yes. I'm a Sagittarius, proud to be. Do not come for my sign, okay? Because like I tell you, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You gonna learn in later story times, much later story times, that I'm your friend when I'm your friend, but the moment you cross me and give me a reason not to be your friend, trust me, you will never be able to come back from that ever. And you can ask anybody from high school that I know. You will never be able to come back from that. So we nice until we not, and then we not nice no more. But I love everybody until I don't. Just saying. Anyway, I was on my last test, and I was about to go and take it, and he was just about finished with college. He was basically wrapping up college, and he was due to graduate in December, and I was due to graduate in October. And I told him before, I said, I said, I ain't got one test left. I said, and I swear I'm going to beat you down the aisle. He said, okay, the race is on. And it was on, boo. It was on. And I, of course, won. Let him tell it. That was by default, but I won, and he know it. But anyway, that's the story about my very, very best friend. How we met, how we became friends, And it was a little rocky at first, but I think it all worked out for the better. We both better people now, so I think all friendships are just friends leading you into the person you're supposed to become. So maybe I'm friends with him for a reason, maybe not. Maybe I'm friends with my other friends for a reason, maybe not. We never know. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. My legs are starting to hurt, and I'm tired of sitting on the floor, and I want to go sit on my bed. So I'm going to end this here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy the next video. Hope you enjoy the videos on my channel. Like I got a little bit of everything for everybody. If you're not into like these story times, I got some other stuff on there. I'm working on some more stuff. I just filmed a nice little fun video. I think you'll like. I got to edit it probably later on, probably tomorrow, probably not. We'll see. I got to edit that, but everything is copacetic over here. I'm just, doing me. I'm in a good mood, as you can see. I'm dancing and stuff like that. I'm ashy, but I'm dancing. I was rushing to get ready, and I just didn't bother to put on no kind of lotion and nothing. And I'm freshly showered too, so that makes a difference too. But like I said, that's a little bit of everything for everybody on here. So this wasn't your cup of tea. Maybe some of my other videos are. So go check them out. Tell me what you think. What you want to see, I will make those videos happen. I'm trying to, in a way. With everything going on, it's kind of hard to make time to do anything else outside of sitting in the house. And I be so drained, you know, on the weekdays that I just really don't be wanting to sit in front of this camera, let alone anything else. So, I hope you like this video, and please tell me what you like to see, what you want to hear, and the next one, and I will do my very, very best to make those videos happen for you. And I'm see you next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye.